Hey guys, welcome back to Rack, where we talk all things sound and music production. I'm Dariana Everett. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and RAC grad. Today we are going to dive into the signal flow of a recording studio, step by step. Let's go. So what is signal flow and why do you need to know about it? When we think about signal paths or flow in audio, we often think about connecting different pieces of equipment together and routing some signal through them. Simply, it's the route a signal takes through a chain of equipment and or electrical components on the way to its destination. And that's the signal flow. So where does the signal flow start? It starts with your sound source. It'll be a voice, an instrument, guitar, or a clap. Whatever it is that creates the sound. We then have the microphone. This picks up your sound source and sends a weak mic level signal into the preamp. And that's where the magic happens. The preamp will amplify the sound from a mic level signal to a higher signal, aka line level. From the mic preamp, we head into hardware effects. We often also call this outboard gear. The mic preamp sends the line level signal to any hardware effects units that you have, whether that be EQs, compressors. This step of the process is optional, and in a lot of, let's just say, less expensive studios, we often skip this because we can do a lot of that processing within our DAW, which is what we call in-the-box processing. From the hardware effects or outboard gear, you then send the processed audio signal to the AD converter or the analog digital converter to then be translated into digital signal, ones and zeros, binary. From the AD converter, we then send it into the audio interface where it is then sent to the computer to be processed by your DAW, your digital audio workstation. Within your DAW, you can then process the signal with all sorts of plugins and then mix it with any other tracks you have in your session. Once all the DAW processing is complete, from the computer, the digital signal goes back to the audio interface into the digital analog converter or the DA converter, where it is converted back into an analog signal. The digital analog converter now sends the new analog signal to one of two places, the headphone amplifier or the monitor management system. This is the final step in the process before converting the signal back into sound. With the headphone amplifier, we'd then send it into headphones. If and when the analog signal reaches the headphone amplifier, it is then sent to headphones, where it is then heard by the performer, so they can hear themselves or hear the sick artist mix you just made them. If and when the audio signal is sent to the monitor management system, it is then sent out to the studio monitors, where it is heard by the sound engineer, usually in the control room of a studio, where you'd have the mixing board and the studio monitors. So we go from the sound source of a voice or an instrument into all of the magical path it then goes on back into one's ears from either headphones or monitors. So that's signal flow, guys. It's important to know and understand this when going into a studio or running a studio, because often we have to troubleshoot if we have any problems. That's really important to know how your sound works and where it's going. So I hope this video helped, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.